This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
All right, so you have survived.
I survived?
You've survived.
I have all my limbs.
You have all your limbs, fingers, toes, all appendages, and you didn't shit your pants.
We are on the North Shore of Oahu, and we have a special guest today who's been on the podcast before, and her name is Skyler.
Hi.
You gotta
Hi,
talk on the
Sky.
mic.
Yeah,
Hi.
you gotta talk loud and put your mouth on the mic. Skyler works at this shark diving place called One Ocean Diving. Am I correct, Sky?
You finally
Yes.
said it right.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
said it wrong for the past 6 months.
I know. And right now, before we even start everything, we are going to thank One Ocean Diving for allowing us to go out and experiencing the shark diving. I experienced it from the water, and
I
Kiley.
experienced it from the boat. And I was okay with that.
And Sky experiences it all the time because you drove twice today, huh, Sky?
Yeah. Two
That's
charters.
nuts. Are you tired?
Yeah.
I was almost trying to wake her up for this podcast because she swims so much and gets up so early and living in Hawaii here. It's crazy. Hey, Skyler,
What?
what was your dream job when you were in high school and what you wanted to do?
In high school?
Yeah, when you were in high school, you used to show us these clips and videos.
Well, I don't think that was your dream job back in high school.
Well,
In
maybe
high
it
school,
was.
I didn't really know
It was like
I liked sharks.
Right.
But in high school, I was going to be a doctor.
right.
Oh,
He seems to forget that part.
I totally forget. Okay, just after high school.
He's trying to like set up something that's a false narrative.
I came out here
Right.
for my 20th birthday, and
There
I
we go.
went shark diving with One Ocean, and then I decided I wanted to be a safety diver.
And what is a safety diver? What is a safety diver?
What is the job of a safety diver?
They basically put themselves in between you and the sharks and make sure everything goes safely.
Make sure nobody gets bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you today, when I dove in with all those sharks, I first slid in the water and I did not know what to expect. But I looked down, there's a shark right below me. What kind of shark was it below me, Skyler?
Galapagos,
A Galapagos. They're about, 5-6 feet long?
6 to 12.
Oh, okay, great.
Wow. They were big. I was a little nervous getting in
So
the
she
water.
said.
Right. I was a little nervous getting in the water, but once I put my head in, it was so like crystal blue and so beautiful down there. And then when the sharks go by, they're just a sleek, sleek gray, but it's almost like almost like they're glowing or whatever. They're
It's funny
so
'cause
vibrant.
From the boat, they're like iridescent.
They're kind of like that in the water.
Oh, okay.
They're
They're-
kind of glow. Well, not
Yeah.
glow, but it
There's
looks
like a
little,
iridescent metallic-y look to them
Yeah.
from the boat. I have
Well,
that.
they look like that too underwater.
okay.
Yeah. They're a little.
I didn't get to touch one, but it looks like they're slimy and smooth, but I don't think they are. Are they? Are they slimy?
I don't know.
You've never touched one?
No, you're not allowed to touch them.
Oh, you can't touch a shark. Oh, okay. Well, then that's how I wouldn't know, I guess. I don't know. I thought you could. Actually, is that a Hawaiian thing? You can't a Hawaii
think
law
like
or
any
law? You can't touch
no,
a
you're
shark.
not. I mean, it's just a respect thing.
Oh, okay,
You don't
gotcha.
wanna, the only reason safety divers will touch is to emergency purposes, like redirection.
That's probably like touching their nose or
Yeah.
Oh, like pushing their nose in a different direction. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like petting them.
Well, I mean, I guess when I
You
was
don't
out there,
not-
no
see
one
like
touched
petting
them.
a shark
Well,
on like a,
You don't pet a shark like at the zoo or whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey there, buddy.
I touched
Come
a
here.
dolphin one time when I was in Honduras, though.
Was
And
it one of those like dolphin?
It was a dolphin in
things?
captivity. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks. Sorry, environmental people out there. But
That was also like 20 years ago.
yeah, over 20 years ago. But
Oh,
yeah, that
okay.
was the only time I ever came in
Close
contact with a sea life.
Right.
But I'll
I
tell you,
did. I did hear you saw some barracudas.
Yeah, Kevin the barracuda.
Oh, Kevin barracuda has a name, and it's
Yeah.
Kevin.
He hangs out.
that's
He's just like
something
a lone. I mean, I don't know if barracudas like go in a group, but he's just a lone barracuda.
I guess. I don't know if there's
Oh.
more of them, but we always say that it's Kevin.
Oh,
so-
okay. Let's call it Kevin.
But he's always by himself.
It's probably
And
Kevin.
he's always hanging out by the moorings, staring
Oh.
at you.
Do you ever call him Kev?
Hey, Kev.
I know a ton of Kevins.
You do know a handful of Kevins.
I'm wearing an Irish Kevin shirt right
You
now.
also are doing that right now.
But yeah, so when you go do the shark diving thing, they tell you that you have to keep your fins on because the sharks are attracted to the bottom
The white.
whiteness of your bottom of your feet.
High contrast colors.
And then what about the palms of your hands?
Also those.
So when I got in, I
Oh
felt
my
I had
God.
to keep my hands.
Well, I'm
Up.
from the top looking down, and I'm like, holy crap, those are some white ass hands.
And it's like a big target. My hands
So,
are big.
Yeah, I was like,
horrible.
check those things in, man. Brian was laughing 'cause he's like, well, you warmed them. And I'm like, I did. If it's his fault now.
You're acting tough stuff, but you didn't get in the
Oh, I
water.
know,
You
I'm
had to stay
just
on the
standing on
boat
the
the whole.
boat, yeah.
You stayed on the boat the whole
Well,
time.
Dad gets in and he has this, it's like holding his hands above the water.
Right. Well, that's because they freaked him out. That's
Oh.
probably my fault.
But
Right when
Dad
I dive
also
in-
wasn't looking underwater for a solid 5 to 10
It
minutes.
did
when he
take you a
got
bit to
in.
get a little comfortable
I was
in the
like,
water,
Dad,
maybe.
put your head in the water.
I know. I kept looking up at everybody, hoping nothing was going to chomp my feet.
Well, then you got to look down and make sure it's not chomping your foot.
Right. It was a different experience. And I'm like, where's the rope? We hold it. There's a rope that goes off the side of the boat, and all the tourist people that are going to do the sharks, they hold onto the rope. And then when the shark, what do you call them, the safety diver says you can release the rope and go with them, you can do that. And then they watch you, and you go back to the rope. So when I first got in, I'm like, okay, I got to get to the rope.
Yes.
That was my
You
main-
went straight to the rope.
That was my main thing, was the rope. And then I got my bearings straight. And then this guy next to me kept kicking me and splashing hard. I'm
He
like,
was a little bit.
Can
He
you
was
stop
like.
splashing?
Well, he was not paying attention to anybody else in the water.
no, he's like
He would,
running
like-
into everybody.
He would like, yeah, he did it to Gina, the safety diver too. He would like hit her, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, pay attention.
Right. I kept going, okay, thanks, Splashy McGee. I kept saying that to
Yeah,
him. And
she
he,
kept-
he
well,
had no clue what I was saying.
You're supposed to, which I'm not. Maybe you can answer this. Why are you supposed to dive away from the boat?
Just the current.
Oh, okay, because he kept going
Because
near the
current,
boat.
The current was pulling under the boat.
Okay, he kept going near the boat, and she's like, "Do it away from the boat." And he was like, "Oh, sorry." She literally told him like 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And as choppy as it was out there, I was surprised there wasn't much of a current, really.
There was.
I mean, it got to be a better current, as we were in there longer. I could feel it pushing, but it wasn't too bad to me. But
No one seemed to be floating away,
yeah,
from my perspective.
but I'm I'm not no diver by any means or whatnot, but I'm a stronger swimmer.
Yes,
Just 'cause
stronger
I-
than me, that's for sure.
Yeah, because I could tell the other guy that was splashing and kicking so much, he was not a very good swimmer because you don't need to kick that much.
Ah.
Like even when he was like treading water, he was kicking like hard and his knees were bending. It's like,
I
dude,
would not
you
do
can just
that
float
when
there.
in an area full of sharks.
Skyler literally has how many pounds of weight on your waist?
When I wear the full wetsuit like
Yeah.
I did today, I had 13 pounds.
Yeah, 13 pounds, and she's just sitting there, vertical, floating there. So she has
That's true,
13
yeah,
pounds,
and
she's
she's
floating
still
there.
there, yeah.
And this guy's kicking like a madman.
Which he probably would have been floating fine.
Right.
It's salt water. It's so salty out there. It's like physically impossible to sink.
Well, that's, good to know, I guess.
Yeah, it's real easy to swim and float out there,
Oh.
especially if you have a wetsuit on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why when you swim, like I do competitive swimming in the lake, and I don't do ocean really, but
You do not.
in the
ever.
lake, right? I never have actually. I never have done a race in the ocean, but I've done like 2 or 3 miles in the ocean swim. Me
Yes,
and Thompson did,
yeah.
and I've done that in my younger days. But when you wear a wetsuit, you are about 20 seconds per 200 yards faster swimming in a wetsuit than you are if you had no
Yes,
wetsuit.
I did know that.
So it's a lot. You don't feel like you're faster, but you are.
Well, the
'Cause
water isn't.
You're more buoyant.
Yeah, and it's not pushing against your skin and hair, and
Yeah, really. That's a good point too. Sliding over when you.
it's
That's why you swim in the
it's
pool.
a
You shave
smoother,
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sky wears a really cool wetsuit out there. She has a wetsuit that looks like gray and
tiger
black, like a tiger shark. Really cool. And then the other girl today, Gina, had a cool wetsuit on. I thought had the I don't know what you want to call
Hers is
that.
for like spear fishing.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
it is
I
it?
didn't even know there
thicker.
was different kind of wetsuits.
Oh yeah,
It's supposed to help you blend in more with like the coral, like the reef
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff, to
I
be
can
able to
see-
spearfish.
I can see that.
Is she a spearfisher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does all that stuff. She's
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, all these all these people that work there most of them come from the mainland, huh? Or is it a lot of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come from the mainland, so they must have a passion for sharks and then decide to come over here and get a job from Ocean Ramsey.
I guess, yeah.
We were
Yeah.
hoping that Ocean Ramsey was here because they said maybe they'll go on the podcast, but they're out of town. Where are they at? Maldives Islands or
Maldives.
something? Yeah,
I would
it's
pick that
public-
over seeing one of
Yeah.
your employees' dads and being on their
Yeah, it's public knowledge
C-list
because you
podcast.
Yeah, they could have stayed an extra couple of
Right.
days. Why not? But yeah, it's you definitely can tell because you look on their social media. It shows wherever they are. I think when you're that heavily followed on social media, you you get sponsors.
You pick the trip.
Yeah, you pick the trip and you go. Do you get a lot of influencers and stuff on the shark tours?
Yes.
I mean, I doubt anybody on our trip today was an influencer, but there was a lot of like selfies being taken and pictures and whatnot. I get you take pictures,
Yeah.
but the selfies, I'm like, how many can you take? How many like shot like?
How
yeah.
many?
come on. I'm like,
Well-
set it.
Well,
like,
there's
setting up
there's a
photos.
reason it's in the briefing. No selfies with the sharks.
Right,
Oh,
There's a
that was one of
reason.
the funniest things. They show somebody taking a selfie and then a shark with their mouth open behind you. That's why
Right.
you don't turn your back on the shark.
Right.
Well, there's a reason it's in there because people do it.
I do
Oh,
believe
right.
that.
And then they said they didn't want anybody wearing an Apple Watch or
Anything with like a Bluetooth.
anything with a Bluetooth in the water. I can see that. And if you do
The
have
electric-
a GoPro, it has to be on a stick.
Current.
It has to be on a stick so you can poke the shark away, kind of like push
No,
the
I think
shark
it's-
away.
Yeah, because you
That
want
it
it
has
to
the,
be.
like,
You don't
little-
want it. You don't want to be holding it on your hand. You
Because
want
it has
at
a
least.
like kind of electronic buzz to it still.
Yeah.
So if it's in your hand, it'll come for the buzz and bite your hand off. But if it's on a stick, they'll just bite the GoPro.
Oh, okay. And Kylie made a good point, and I don't know if anybody brought this up to anybody in your crew, Skyler.
I brought it up to Skyler.
The Oura ring.
The Aura ring.
Yeah.
Because they don't
Yeah.
mention take off an Aura ring.
Because you don't
Well,
think of like
I
a ring.
Could have, but I forgot.
Yeah. Well, they mention anything with a Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, yeah.
So
So if you would know your stuff, you should say, "Oh, is my ring count like it is Bluetooth? It's connected to my phone."
if you're out surfing and you have an Aura ring or an Apple Watch on, are you more likely to track a
Ooh,
shark?
that's a good question.
Skyler, I'm asking you this.
I mean, it's but you also
Scientifically,
you're not. Your
yes.
hands aren't in the water when you're surfing. Like if you're just hanging out.
That's true.
Most people, if they're gonna get attacked by a shark when they're surfing,
It's gonna be like a leg.
it's not gonna be when you're paddling. It's gonna be when you're just sitting there.
It's a good point.
And then what's the reason when we're out? Because we take this boat out 3 miles from the shore, and there's a buoy or mooring they call it. Is that what they call it?
Mooring.
And you take that out and you hook up to it, and then I guess there's a ledge or shark. The captain said it was 312 feet deep, and the sharks hang on that ledge. Correct?
It's a drop off zone. It goes from 300 to 600 feet. It brings up a lot of nutrients, and the nutrients bring the sharks, and they just kind of hang out there. And were you gonna ask why they don't?
I was going to ask why are they seem so chill, and why don't they bug the people?
Because sharks don't want you in general. Even sharks you're not on their menu. They're not interested. But we also go 3 miles offshore where they're not hunting. They're just going along with their day.
I was wondering. There's all those fish that are I would call them about 8 or 10 inches long that are all around.
The opal eyes?
Yeah, and they don't eat those?
No.
Why?
Oh,
Not on their menu.
I wonder why those fish aren't on their menu, because they're easy to get. They're everywhere.
They don't taste
They're
good.
kind of see-through.
Those are what create bait balls, which bring the tuna, and then the sharks go for the tuna.
Oh,
Sharks go for the tuna.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now, should you be worried if you saw a tuna out there?
No, I see them all the time, and they don't do anything.
Now,
they have like feeding times. They eat like
Yeah,
breakfast and dinner.
it's not like
They
they're
don't just,
they're
like,
not hungry
randomly,
every
yeah.
second.
now, when
They're not like you.
that's why I'm so fat, Skylar. Thanks.
Start eating like a shark.
After being in Oahu, I go into Foodland, and told Kylie, I said, I got to lose some weight. Does everybody have like really nice bodies here, or what? I mean, I realize everybody's like 32 and under, but geez, Louise, guys and girls.
Well,
God, I look
Kind of
like
hard not to.
I look like all these people's grandpa.
I mean, you are. You could be.
I love how
What?
when I dive in the water, I have curly hair, so I have
Right.
a losing my hair a little bit on the top of my head that you can't
Right.
really see because
No.
I have curly hair. But when I get in the water, it lays flat in this. So
Yes.
Kylie takes close-ups of my head
I did.
to see the bald spots,
I did.
basically. And I'm like,
I did.
well, those look real
100%.
attractive.
Well, because, and I am all for maintaining your looks in life. Like, if you need to get
Right.
some, a little plastic surgery here and there that's, reasonable and makes sense, go for it.
Plastic
So,
surgery.
Well, whatever makes you feel better. As
Get
long
rid
as
of my
you,
waddle.
yeah. And so, a little laser on that
I know,
guy.
Skylar, it's
all
like
for it.
hereditary. Do you have one?
Yeah.
So I
I heard you
because
can get rid of
I
that.
was listening to Jeff Lewis also. He gets little like things on his hair to just make his hair like kind of start regrowing in areas, but you have to be proactive about it because if you wait too long, then all the follicles are dead, and then they can't help you. So I'm trying to make you be a little proactive about it because I know for a fact if you start balding, you're going to go into a deep depression.
And I'm glad you didn't show me those pictures till after I got out of the water, because if I just saw those before, I'd have flipped off my fins.
And just got out.
No, I would have grabbed that guy's Apple freaking watch and put it around my neck.
Just kill me now.
Yeah.
And so I did it to make you be a little bit proactive. Like maybe there's a little something you could do now that's not invasive, that's just real easy.
That sounds good.
So that was my goal.
Sounds like you're on my side.
Oh, I'm totally on your side.
That's good. As far as dads go, Sky, how good looking am I? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I had to answer. That's creepy.
A dad.
Well, yeah. What?
Well, no.
I mean, she wants to talk about her own dad.
I'm hoping she
Hey,
just
Dad,
says,
you're
I
hot.
hope she just says the 10.
Sure, a 10.
Thank you. Got it. Could I be on that show, Rescue High Surf?
Sure.
Hawaii.
Maybe
Sure.
maybe the drowning guy.
No,
No.
not the drowning guy. I want to be I'm going to be the guy, like when the guy's messing up here, the head lifeguard of the United
So you're
States.
like older.
Yeah, head lifeguard of the United States that come in and straighten all these people out, and then I say, hey, you got to get your crew under. They all hate me. They all
Right.
hate my gods.
Can
'cause
you be a dick though?
Yeah.
Can you?
I'm actually. I can play fairly good dick.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I think so,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm hoping that my friend Jazz, who auditioned for that show, when he comes out, I got to tell him to go shark diving with you, Sky.
If he gets the role, that is.
And I don't even know if he can swim. Tell you the truth.
Right.
But if he,
Well,
you
he'd
know.
be a great. Then we wouldn't even have to act. Then
You'd be surprised the amount of people that go out there and this is their first time swimming, like
I-
snorkeling.
literally thought that when I was out there.
Why
I was
would
a
you
lot of
do
them.
that?
I'm assuming all these people know how to swim.
A lot of people go out and they're like, I've never snorkeled before, I've never swam before. Or like call us and they're like, I
What?
don't know how to swim. Can we still come? And we say yes. They
Because
can.
you're supposed to hold on to the rope. And
No, but if you don't swim, do you have a life vest for them? You have to have a life
no,
preserver.
we don't allow
I mean,
life
they're
vests
on
in
the
the
boat.
water.
Oh, you don't have life vests because it's
Yeah.
yeah.
We have them on the boat, but they're not allowed in
So
the water.
basically, they get on the line and just never get off the line.
No, a lot of, they'll try. Like, safety diver will hold their hand.
Oh my God,
Because
that's
again, it's
creepy.
pretty hard to drown.
That's
you
good to
float.
know.
It's so buoyant. That's why we wear weight belts, because if we don't, we float
you
right
can't
back
go.
to the
You
top.
yeah. You guys can't do the
dive.
dives. Yeah.
Wow. And then we're kind of, this whole podcast is dedicated to One Ocean Diving and Skyler living here in Oahu and North Shore of Oahu. So Skyler, how many times a day does this boat go out to shark dive?
Depends on the day. The weekends, it usually has 4 or 5 charters.
And they go out for an hour and a half or 2 hours?
Hour and 40 minutes,
Oh, okay.
basically 2 hours.
It went by fast. I was in the
I know,
water the whole entire
I
time.
asked Brady. I said, "How long do they get out there?" And he's like, "About 45 minutes."
Oh, we're only for. Well, I mean, in
Yeah.
the water, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It felt like I didn't even. When she said get out, I go, oh, it's over. But it's a perfect amount of time to see enough. I get it.
That's good.
And in my mind, I mean, it costs $150 roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's actually
In
not
my mind,
bad.
from what you see, a once in a lifetime thing, that's very reasonable. I think so.
And even if you're a big
Yeah.
pussy like me, you can just pay $105 and hang out on the boat.
Right. This is a good. This is a very good commercial for them. Now, one of the most exciting things that happened on the shark dive.
Oh God. Oh what?
I was with this other lady from Utah.
Yes, you were.
Me and her are like buddies. She was like my Utah, woman buddy. I didn't wanna get too close to her because her
You-
legs were so white. I'm like, oh my god, she's shark
And she had
bait.
some bright shorts on.
Well,
I was seeing
bright-
those things in the water. I was like, holy
it's
shit.
Dead sharks all over him. She was a
No.
fangirl. She loved Ocean Ramsey.
and loves
she's
the
like,
shark.
no, she's like, why aren't Ocean and Juan here?
Oh no,
I'm
she
gonna
knew
come
they were in
back.
the Maldives.
Well, she knew after seeing that, but when she booked her trip here,
She
she
was
didn't
hoping
know
they were
she was
here,
going
yeah.
to the Maldives. Yeah, she was a fangirl.
She was gonna come back on Monday.
Yeah, she's a fan.
Yeah.
And
She-
actually, you know what? She was so excited, and she was very nice. She's from
She was very
Utah,
nice.
and she's like, I think
She
I'm
was in the
staying. I'm just
Navy.
gonna send for my kid. That's what she
Right.
said.
Yep.
Yeah, she was in the Navy. She goes, I love the swells in the water. It makes me feel like I was still in the Navy. So she was cool. But anyway, so I look at her and I go, wow, what's going on? I see the sharks all in a spiral coming up to
Oh,
the
yes.
surface higher and higher. And I'm like,
What's going
it's like
on?
a shark tornado, really.
Right.
And I was like, what is
Sharknado.
going on? Apparently, and I didn't know this till I
Not
got out of the
apparently,
boat.
it
What
happened.
happened, Sky?
I witnessed it all.
People were throwing up. That's why people were throwing up off the end of the boat.
Correct.
And was I swimming in it?
Probably a little bit.
I didn't see any chum, so to speak.
You didn't see when the water got a little bit murkier.
He's
I
all,
didn't.
nope.
I was oblivious. You told me there's a lot of jellyfish, and I didn't even. I saw the jellyfish, but I didn't think there were a lot. I didn't know any difference.
Yeah, there's a lot of jellyfish.
I think I
there.
got stung in the side. I still kind of feel the rubbing mark on the side of my face a little bit, but it didn't hurt or anything. It just felt like a scratch.
I was impressed. We learned neither of us get seasick.
Obviously not.
Yeah,
Were
we
fine.
did good.
I wasn't nauseous at all.
There was one kid that I think was just there to ride along, like I was. That we got there as soon as we stopped. He would just as soon as you guys got in the water, just go into town. He threw up a lot.
As soon as we got there,
in the water.
you
Yeah,
just don't go on the boat.
He waited until everyone was in the water and then just went to town.
Oh, I just thought about this. Jazz gets seasick.
Oh, maybe shouldn't do this then.
He's going.
This
I'll
kid
make him
threw
go.
up like 5 different times.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. Apparently, he didn't have much in his stomach because there was no like frenzy. But then I was kind of amazed because 3 different people came in after being in the water for like 30 minutes.
Right.
And one was your chummer. And then 2 were just like standing at the end of the boat, like kind of dry
waiting
heaving
to
and
do
like
it.
spitting. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, wait, shouldn't you have been seasick like 30 minutes ago? Wait, you're seasick after being in the water?
Sometimes it gets to you. I don't get seasick. If it's super bumpy, I'll get a little nauseous towards the end.
Oh.
Today, this morning, I think I was dehydrated. That's why. But before you guys came, I got nauseous at the end of the dive.
Were you
Huh.
fine after drinking the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must have been a little bit
Some
dehydrated.
Some of those girls were like, laying down on the way back in, which thankfully is a smooth ride.
That one girl in I don't know, the one girl was laying there, like they give you a peppermint towel to
which
wipe
is
off
very
with
smart.
and smell, which was actually really
'Cause
nice
it's
when you get out of the water.
anti-nausea, yeah.
Oh, is peppermint?
It is.
Oh, okay. But if when I sniffed it, I go, I feel good.
I know when you said
Yeah.
that, I was like, wait, that's anti-nausea too.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know who would not survive a shark dive? These two.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage
America.
and Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. The craziest thing when I hopped right into the water.
Oh, we're back. We have no mic. We have no headsets
we're,
on, so we
we're,
have no
we're
idea
on
what's
a
happening.
skeleton crew here. We got our phone propped up by this thing. We got
With rocks.
wind blowing. We're on the patio. I wanted to show the outside landscape because it's so beautiful.
The lighting was shit.
We were too dark, so I couldn't do it. But anyway, this is a podcast on the freaking road, man.
Anywho,
Road podcaster. And so when I dove into the water.
you sound like your mom.
I was gonna say it sounds like grandma.
Okay, stop it. Anyway, Mom, when I dove into the water. that's my imitation of my mom.
And then you're doing it on your own.
I know, doing it on my own. I put my head in, and it was so piercing, bright royal blue. It was amazing to me. I was like, how? I mean, I seen it in Tahoe.
Water.
But what Brian, the captain, was telling me that when it's overcast and raining, it's more vibrant in the water. Because
Why?
I guess you don't see the sun rays glaring through there, and makes it a little.
I don't know.
You know, Scott, you've seen both. What do you like better, sun rays blaring through or overcast?
I kind of like when it's overcast and a little rainy because it's a little more vibrant, but also when you look up, you can see like the droplets of rain.
I did like when I put my face out of the water and the rain was hitting it. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt good.
Yeah, and then because I was hot in the water,
That's what you said. Yeah.
I put that sun shirt on, or whatever you're going to call it, rash guard, sun shirt, and
Rash guard.
I
See,
never.
did you need the wetsuit?
No, I've been too hot in the
I'm
wetsuit.
glad
I was
you did-
actually
I know.
hot.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I
and I
told
wasn't.
you.
And I wasn't even concerned about the jellyfish because I didn't think there were. And after we got out, Sky said there was a ton of them, but there was these weird jellyfish. They were like,
Not jellyfish.
weren't they jellyfish?
No.
They're
Well-
a type of jelly. They're
Oh.
technically
Yeah,
a
they were
jellyfish.
they were like-
Okay,
they're in
sorry.
the jellyfish family,
Oh,
but
okay.
they don't sting.
They were like 12, 16
I don't know what
inches
they're
long
called.
by 3 inches
Like
wide.
giant tapeworms.
Yeah, it was weird. They're like I don't know, it's like a long rectangle, weird. But Sky had one in her hand. I was staying away. I was like pushing them away from me because I didn't know if they would sting me or
Did
not.
you not sting you?
But I guess the little ones sting you, which that one hit my face. but yeah, having the rash guard, I felt comfortable. I've actually never swam in a rash guard type of thing or whatever you want to call
Oh.
it. I never have swam in one of those.
Yeah.
So
What?
what's the biggest fear of most people going on a shark dive if they're the average person never really been in the ocean? What is the most fear of the deep water, the ocean, or the sharks?
It's usually the sharks or the
Ah.
deep ocean.
That's mine. It's the deep ocean.
I'm kind of thinking it's more the deep ocean because they don't know
That's mine.
like what could
Well, a
surprise
lot of
you.
people, it'll be like a group, and one person wants to see the sharks, and the rest of them are forced and like terrified to go.
oh, one person's excited, the other ones are forced to go, and they're
Yeah,
they're,
but
like,
then they
freaking
end
out.
up going like loving it after. So it's more of the
Right.
sharks, I would say. People are more scared of it.
Do you get anybody on the boat that just takes off?
What do you mean by that?
Like takes off, like
Yeah.
starts swimming hundreds of yards
Oh,
away from the
yeah.
boat.
Oh
You're
shit!
like, what the fuck are you doing?
There's a lot of people who don't listen. A lot. You would think they
Like,
would
yeah, you
because
could,
of the
like,
sharks. but
Totally
yeah.
get like lost at sea out there.
There's so many people that don't, that just like take
The
off.
current could just like take you.
Well, when I was out there, I always made sure I saw Gina because she had the like a yellowish thing on her, like yellow
Pants,
red
yeah.
pants. I made sure she was around, or I saw Sky, and I go, if they're around me, I feel safe and comfortable. So I always, if Miss Utah was around me, I'm like, okay, I got to find somebody else that knows what
Splash
they're doing.
McGee.
If Splashy McGee is kicking me in the face, I don't want to be near him. Get your fucking splashy fins away from me,
He
you
was a little
idiot.
splashy.
Do you hear me selling a couple times to you? Splashy
Yeah.
McGee here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
And then I kept saying, okay, Splashy McGee.
he
I
did
kept
not
saying-
get it.
He didn't have a clue. He was out there. I wonder if that's how River was. He didn't ignore and everybody running.
Yeah, River
swimming around.
ignored me. But River didn't spot. River was good at diving, though.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And he did listen to safety divers. He just didn't
Oh, that's
listen.
good.
He wouldn't listen to me when I...
Right,
when
because you're a sister.
Oh, yeah, you're a
not
sister,
as
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Well, when you become a safety diver, you better friggin' listen to you.
we'll see.
We'll
Right.
see. What we didn't see was a tiger shark today, and
Shoot.
I would look way down. There was one shark that was way bigger than the others, and it was pretty far down. And I was like, I wonder if that's a tiger shark. Like it's
Guy
so
says
far
no.
down.
There's a black tip.
It was big. It was bigger. You guys noticeably bigger than all the other sharks.
Yep.
And it was way down there.
Yikes spikes.
But I kept envisioning it. The captain guy said it was 312 feet deep, but I kept envisioning the bottom for some reason because you can see hundreds of sharks down low, and so I was seeing terrain in my head.
The brain's powerful.
I think you just make it up, like you see bottom
it's like a coping mechanism.
or something. Maybe it's from open water swimming or something. I can see thinking I can
Well,
see
yeah.
the bottom or something. I don't know. Do you ever see that? Do you ever know think you see the bottom, Sky?
No.
No, you just think it's like
It's
abyss.
yeah.
Black
I think
abyss.
it's like it's about. I think it's like 70 feet of visibility.
Oh God, that's nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
think
he says
it might be.
300
It
feet
might
deep.
be. It might
Well,
be
let's just say
more.
it's only a third of the
Oh
way,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that Brian guy was telling me out a ways further, it's 8,000 feet deep.
Yes.
No, that he's in off the Big Island.
Yeah, he was said it was off a
The
different
Big
island.
Island's very deep. That's why they get a lot of they get thresher sharks, which is
What's a
and make
thresher
it.
shark.
They're really cool.
Oh,
Like,
they're
what
really
are they?
cute. They're like
they're cute.
yeah, they have giant eyeballs and a
Oh.
really teeny tiny mouth
Oh, I
and
like
a
that.
tail that's like 5 feet long.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They're really cute.
Wow. And then
And then they have makos over there.
Yeah, those
Ooh.
sound creepy to
those
me.
ones are the ones that
Shark
do
Week,
some
damn
damage.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shark,
you
Shark Week
know,
ruins
yeah.
the makos for you. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, makos are they're the fastest shark. And then they also have oceanic white tips over there,
And then what about
which are
why would a great white come into these waters? They said once in a blue moon since 2005 was the last great white that they saw here.
they're around, but they don't like the water here. It's too warm.
Oh.
Great whites are more
Cold water?
like
I
California.
mean, they're big. They got like a lot of.
But they do like they are.
fat, if you will.
Well, why are
Yeah.
they here? Like they get lost?
No, they migrate from like Australia. Like
They
I don't.
move
I
around a
don't
lot.
yeah.
They swim a lot, actually.
Yeah.
A lot.
I don't. They just don't really like. If they are here, they're gonna be more on like the west side, but they don't come to the charters. I don't know.
It's not their
2000.
area.
Well, 2005, I guess, was the last one.
Yeah.
Another thing that's fascinating here about Oahu, and we've talked about it before. We're on the North Shore. It definitely seems like everybody knows each other around here. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little, if you will,
Small town. Small towns. You can
Very
tell
small. For
the
the
people that
locals
live here.
from the tourists pretty
Oh,
easily.
for sure.
Pretty easily.
Yeah.
Do I look like a local?
Absolutely not.
No.
Why?
You do not.
How?
You don't.
What if I took my shoes off and walked into Foodland?
No.
Maybe a little
For
bit better.
sure. For sure.
Not
What if you had
for
a toe
sure.
like that? Look at my toes, Skylar. It's disgusting.
You're still
'Cause
too
you, like,
pale.
Try too hard, also.
I'm too pale.
Yeah, Dad does like the full.
Hanging out with Kiley. Jeez, I got to get some sun.
Nothing to do with me.
You want
Otherwise-
people to think you're local too bad,
I don't want people to
I
think
agree.
I'm
I
local
agree
because
with
I'm not.
Sky.
and then people know
You
that you're
try
not
so.
local.
He waved at a cop today.
So what?
He waved or
Waved.
Oh.
I did not shaka bra him.
He
I
waved at
him.
him.
Yeah. Now I found out there's a guy that crossed the street, and I did shaka. Thanks, brah. And first of all, Sky says you say brada. You don't say bra.
I did not say that in that moment.
You did okay, and then second
I'm
of all,
not
you
correct him on
don't
that.
shaka. You just hold your hand up and bend your 3 fingers in just a tiny bit.
You get your. It's supposed to be very like loose
It's
and not
supposed
trying.
to be like loose and relaxed.
Like you're throwing up. Like how would you throw
that
up like
is
a
loose.
peace sign? Like a hey. It's like a wave.
It's like loose and relaxed, but Dad did the full.
No, I went.
And then you did it
I
like
hung
a
it, I
weird.
hung
You
it, I
did
hung
like
it.
You
broke
hang
your,
it like upside down.
I like this, brah.
Yeah, you like hung your wrist
What am I
weird.
supposed to do? Like this, up in the
Oh,
air.
I've thrown up. Love.
It's supposed to be just very loose.
Like hang loose.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That's how we know you're not a local.
these guys right here are in Key West, and they don't hang loose there. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
Last night was great because Sky, we haven't seen her in a while, and she came and stayed the night with us, and we watched TV. And then I said, hey, do you want to watch Rescue High Surf? Because we could watch it because they
She
filmed.
probably regretted that shortly after.
She probably did because they filmed it here, and
Because
we
you
saw
got questions all. Do you know what that is? What is that? Where's that? Who is that?
we saw Foodland. No, we saw Foodland in it, and we just went to Foodland today, and I was excited to see that. And then we saw Salsa and what's it called?
Surf and salsa.
Surf and Salsa. They were eating lunch there, and we ate lunch there the other day. And we seen the lifeguard towers, and we seen all the everything around town. It's really cool. We saw the bridge
This
that
is
they
how you know
jumped
you're not
off
a
of.
tour or how you're
I know,
local.
but it's fun to watch, and so.
You went to Pipeline. You didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had the Pipeline. That
The
was
non-tourist.
great.
Well, I mean, yeah, it wasn't really that touristy actually.
Yeah, Pipeline was great. I got some videos, which I got. When I shoot a video, why do I get shit?
Because you shoot exactly how Grandma takes it.
Yeah.
Why would
You
Grandma
have to
get
take
shit?
this like panoramic view and say hi, Sky. Say hi, Kylie.
And narrate the video as
Right.
well.
This is Pipeline. Look at those waves. There's a surfer out there.
This is where Sky lives. This is where Sky walks. This is where
Yes.
Sky eats. And then she walks down here and does this.
Right.
And I took Sky has this little scooter, which you need to get a helmet, by the way, and
I have a helmet. I just
and
can't
maybe
find
not
it.
wear flip flops on the scooter
The
because
flip flops, that's dumb. I don't wear
Yeah, well, you
anything
put-
but sand.
if you put your feet down, you could slice your toe like I did.
You did that on a motorcycle?
No, on
I
a
did
bike.
on a beach cruise.
Just a regular old beach cruiser.
It's a regular old man beach cruiser. That's it.
Did you take a video narrating it about Sky riding her moped?
Did he?
I don't.
I don't know if I narrated it, but I showed her.
You probably narrated
I
it.
took her that. I know how to edit videos, so I'm gonna put a whole thing together. I did.
Can't
when
wait.
Shark or Skyler. I was okay. You know what brought a tear to my eye today?
What?
Skyler. Do you know what brought a tear to my eye? It really did. I got a little choked
Oh,
up.
I know what it is.
What?
When Skyler was doing the briefing, she did the briefing on the
Uh-oh.
Ocean One diving cruise. And the briefing, why don't you explain what the briefing is, Skyler?
It's just it's like safety in biology. It's to calm people down about, tell people the biology of sharks and safety things and what type of sharks that you'll see and where we go and why the sharks are there. And yeah.
And she's learned so much since she's been here since a short time. And I was so proud of you because it takes guts and balls, if you had balls, to come out here. And I was telling that to Brian, the captain. I said, hey, thanks for watching out for Skyler. And I guess she came out here by herself and everything. She said, yeah, she'll be fine. We'll keep an eye on her, that kind of thing. But she came out pretty much not knowing exactly where she was going. She got the job ahead of time, which was brilliant because that kept her on her feet, and she found a place on her own, packed up her suitcase, found a car here, which, by the way, has a piece of plastic rubbing on the front wheel. If you want a local
Irritates
car,
the shit out of
if
you.
you want a local car, go ride with Skyler because that's the local as you get, I guess. Has dents all over it and stuff. But you did so good.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. That was you're a young lady doing this by yourself, which worried me, but it also makes me feel that I did a pretty good job raising you.
Oh, there you go.
Well, because why do you?
Why are you taking Sky's thunder?
Yeah. Well, because why? You learn this. You learn this from your parents or something to have the ambition to go do this on your own. And I know it takes guts. And I asked you. I said, "Were you scared?" And you said, I was terrified. And I go, wow, and you still powered through it and did it. So that's impressive. That's something to say for any young people out there or parents that need to release their kids and let them away from your what do you call it? The hand?
The nest.
The nest.
Like we could say that for you too. That was, I think, a big step for you to let Skyler go this far because I think
I was surprised that
Yeah,
it didn't
for
take
you,
that much convincing.
you like
Well, it took
even from
lot,
a distance, you kind of like to control from a distance.
Right.
And so for
Mhm.
I was actually amazed that you took it so well.
Well, it's something that when she's doing this in her age or whatever, that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I went a different route in my life that I maybe regretted.
Well, you,
And
okay.
what I did.
No, but
I
I
did
was
regret
like,
that.
You shouldn't have regrets, but
No,
it's your life.
you shouldn't
yeah.
have regrets, but I did. If I could turn back the clock, I would have maybe done what Skylar did. And that's why I tell River too. I said, no, you want to do what you got to do. Do it now because you have the energy,
Right.
you have
it
the
gets
time.
harder the older you
You
get.
don't need necessarily the money.
Right.
You don't own a house. You don't have a
You
mortgage.
don't have a family.
Right. Just do it now, and it will mold your life. You know, if for some reason you move back in a 1 year, Skylar, you would what are you looking at out there?
See that guy running.
Some guy running across the golf
think he
course, I
works
guess.
here.
Oh, well, he's doing his thing. But anyway, bottom line, super proud of you. Glad you're doing what you're doing. I'm actually proud of all my kids are on a real upswing right now, and I believe it's more in an upswing in my mind because I'm letting them allow to be their own people.
Which you should.
Yeah.
Which I get as a parent that would be
It's very hard. It's very hard.
because you spend 18 years trying to tell them, what to do to better themselves,
And it's so
then
easy
you
to
have
say,
kind of let it go.
No, you're
and
doing
let
the wrong
them,
thing.
Yeah, let them learn those lessons. Let
Yeah.
them feel the pain.
Right.
When
Still,
I first brought up, because I said I'm moving to Hawaii, you said no. Well, you said that's not gonna work.
when did I say that?
When I first said I saw a job opening for One Ocean.
I believe that with Dad because he probably just heard that and was like, "Hey, tell me how you're going to do this then," and then you did.
Well, exactly right. And then you actually proved. You said, "I got all lined up, Dad." And one thing Skylar is very, very good at is you're very organized and you're good at researching out what you think you should do or should do. And so when you came back with a plan, I go, "She's got it." And she kept going, "I'm not stupid, Dad. I know what I'm." I said, "Okay."
Well,
you're proving it. Good.
Right. Historically, she's your baby girl, and you don't really like her to fly that far from the nest.
It's hard,
without
man. It is
you-
hard. The
you
boys
taking care of her, quote unquote.
Yeah, the boys, you don't worry as much as the girl, and just how it is
When I moved
for
to
a dad.
when I said I wanted to move to California, I put a bag over you. I made Kylie and you sit there. I made you put a bag over your head. You remember?
Why did I have to put a bag over my head?
I don't remember the bat.
I have a video of it on my phone.
Why did I have to put a bag
Because
over
she
my
didn't
head?
wanna see your
you gave me a
reaction.
judgy face.
Oh, you don't want me to judge you? Like, no, but
Because
You
I
know-
was telling you I wanted to go to Orange Coast College.
right. But I think when the best thing you could have ever done was start off moving to Southern California to Newport,
Agreed,
Mhm.
actually.
And then-
it was a great
and
stepping
then
stone.
molding yourself and getting more mature to do
Well, I
this.
think, as I kind of said for you, you kind of like to control the nest, if you will, still. So I think
Right.
it was good for both of you to get away from each other, if you will, independently. And let Sky grow independence without being too far and let you feel like, okay, she can do it. I can let her go.
And now look what we get to do. We get to go visit her in
Right.
Oahu and Maui.
So I think,
And it said
so I
Maui
think
in
that
Oahu.
helped both of her come here and you accept it.
I know.
So it was very growing for everybody.
Yeah, it's a real nice
Yeah.
feeling. So that's good. But
Therapize that
yeah.
for a little bit. Sorry.
But all my kids are doing their thing. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, Sky. Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
You should be.
No, you should be proud of yourself. That's a good thing.
Getting deep here.
Yeah. Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction. And we'll give a shout out to Michael Weems Collection. They're in off of Palm Desert Boulevard in Palm Springs. Great place to get collectibles. Kylie, what's the website?
MichaelWeemsCollection.com. Check it out for your Christmas needs.
Go there and get your
Christmas gift needs.
Yeah, he's
You'll
got all-
find some, trust me.
He's got all kinds of goodies. And now
What?
we're gonna debut
Oh.
our newest sponsor, and the guy who's responsible to make us sound so great. Here it is.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice?
Yes, but it's so clean.
That's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
Then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
for more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
There you go, Dan. I hope you like it. And if you like this
Right.
podcast, we're going to put some clips up. Maybe Ocean will repost us because we said so many kind words and we loved going on the tour. And
Well, I
Kylie,
think-
what?
I think the biggest thing, I think she kind of does the shark diving things as probably just a little way to make some extra income. But her biggest thing is conservation.
Yeah, right.
So I think we need to do a little touch on that, which that's like a sky area, not a
Can you give
UNI
us a little
area.
shark conservation
Info.
education?
Yeah,
just
education.
A couple things of how many sharks die a day or a year.
Yeah. So sharks are actually super important to the ocean. They act as like the doctors. They take the weak out, and then they're top of the food chain.
Right.
Apex predators.
They're apex predators. But people think, oh, kill all the sharks. If you killed all the sharks, all the bad things would overgrow, and then
That
it would
makes
just
sense.
it wouldn't work.
Right.
But
Oh, go ahead. I was saying I really can't stand people that are killing sharks just for hunt for
Yeah, I haven't
nothing for
gotten
no
there yet.
reason.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sky.
She's got a spiel, man.
Oh,
She
go ahead.
knows.
Do the spiel.
Movies like Jaws, The Meg, all the Shark Week, all that stuff. They have instilled a lot of fear into people.
Right.
over
A
the years.
negative
Everyone,
look.
a
Yeah.
very negative look on sharks. People think that you're gonna get in the water and immediately get attacked by a shark.
Totally true. I will agree with that.
Well,
And
my experience today was a very positive experience. I've
Well,
never
I think
seen
that's-
anything
she's
like
all-
this.
that's
Yeah.
exactly
And
why.
I recommend anybody go on this. But go ahead, Skylar. Keep going. This is what I do. I interrupt her.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, that's exactly why they take people out, to change the perspective on sharks, to make people realize that we need sharks, and that without sharks, pretty much all humans will die.
Yeah. The ecosystem doesn't run the
Yeah.
same.
It's predicted that by 2048 there will be there'll be a fishless ocean. There'll be
That's
more.
insane.
Will I be
Or-
alive then?
Yes. Yes, you will.
2048
I
in
hope
30
so.
years.
30 years, I will
Maybe like
be.
87.
First of all, I'll be 84 in 30 years.
Oh, I was adding.
Wait, no, 74.
Yeah.
No, 84.
No, 84.
Is that I don't know.
I don't even
how
know how
you
old
made
I
that
am.
up.
I want to get those hair
it's
transplants.
in
by then.
I hope so.
In reality, sharks only kill in the entire world. Sharks kill 10 people a year, averagely.
I believe that.
Yeah, most people get
I've-
bit; they don't die.
But still, it's still
It's still
super
very little.
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More people die from a coconut. More people coconut falling on your head. More people die by getting. You're more
accidents,
likely to
yeah.
get struck by lightning 4 times and get killed by a shark.
That makes sense, actually, in
Huh.
the scheme of it all.
But you just the press and the media just hype it up, and social
Yeah.
media really is.
And
Crazy.
sharks don't want you when you're surfing.
You don't taste
the
good.
only time sharks are really gonna actually attack you is because of mistaken identity.
Right. Because they don't.
So there's a lot of things you can do to
yeah.
prevent that mistaken identity in the water. If you're surfing, move around a lot. Don't just sit there like a dead thing.
Ah.
Don't swim in murky water. Don't swim in river runoffs.
Yeah, because if you think about it, a shark never eats a whole human. They bite it, and then they're like, "No, thanks."
Doesn't taste good.
Yeah, they don't want you. You don't taste good because they would
Yeah.
eat the whole human if that was the case.
And what they sharks have a really good sense of smell too. So a lot of people are scared of blood and pee and stuff. But the analogy they use is that if you walk by a burger place, it smells really good. You eat it. But if you walk by Bath and Body Works or smell good perfume, it smells good, but you don't want it. You're not gonna eat it.
So we are smell like that to them.
Yeah. So
What
we
if you
smell
walk
like
by
a
that
nice.
Sonny Hut I went in today?
We don't want to
Yeah.
eat that.
We smell like a nice candle
Oh,
that you don't want to eat.
Yeah,
It's just nice.
I'll just swim by you, but I don't want to eat.
But
ya.
sharks are getting killed at a rate that they can't. Getting killed too fast at a rate that they can't reproduce in.
Right.
That's amazing. dude.
I
That's
think
disgusting.
it was just Shark Week, but actually like an informational thing
Yeah.
on Shark Week that was saying that sharks don't sexually mature till they're 5 15.
I don't know how. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what a human
Actually,
are
Look
later
at
later
that,
than
like a
that.
great white. Yeah, it's like the same as like a human almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't know
they
that
don't
answer, but
reproduce until they're been 15.
This guy ask Ocean if that's true.
I
So they
know
don't.
that
I
one.
mean, yeah.
I
So
don't
they
know that
don't.
one.
Yeah,
She
so
might know
they
that
don't.
one.
Well,
They
she will
don't.
know that. I don't.
They don't breed like as often. You know, they're not like
Yeah.
rabbits.
Yeah,
They-
and they're
it's a
just
slow
stational
growing.
period.
Yeah.
I mean, they've never seen a shark mate, and they don't they don't really have proof of this. But what they can do from like estimations is a gestational period for like a big shark, like a tiger shark, is around 2 years.
Wow.
For
So
her to
yeah.
give
So they
birth.
don't reproduce quickly.
Yeah, but they're getting killed at a rate of 100 million a year,
Jesus.
and that's just the recorded number.
I was like, is that right?
Under
I know.
that
Doesn't
gets-
sound right.
the
but-
not recorded number is upwards of 250 to 300 million per
That's
year,
Wow.
insane.
and it's all for a
And
lot
there's
of
a
it.
lot of them because we just saw.
Jesus.
Like, if you ever been in a lake before and you go swimming, I don't know if people have seen this, and you see minnows, which are baby little trout, and there's tons of them around. That's what this was like, but sharks.
Right.
There's hundreds of them down there. It's crazy. I was like,
And
wow,
then-
there's a lot.
Yeah, they're getting killed for shark fin soup,
Oh yeah, they
Which
said
is
that,
big
yeah.
in like the Asian
Yeah.
countries.
which is
It's
it's
super
known
high
as
in
like
mercury,
a
right?
delicacy, but one serving of it is enough mercury for your entire lifetime.
Right. Why would you want that much mercury also?
I don't think mercury is good for you, especially
It's
if you're,
not.
if you're
And
pregnant.
you-
It's not
it
at all.
looks gross. I've seen
Does it
pictures of
taste
it.
good?
I
Does-
don't.
I mean,
I
I
would
feel
never
like
in a
it
million years
wouldn't.
taste it.
Probably tastes pretty fishy.
And then a lot of it's like in Australia, they have a shark culling where people are praised to just kill sharks for fun.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
They're trying to
I
work
don't like
on it
killing
right
anything
now.
for fun.
And like Texas,
I
they
mean,
do
I-
in Texas and Florida, they do a lot of like fishing tournaments where it's like a catch and release thing. But by the time sharks also have a lot of like it stresses not to the point where
They
you
end up
catch them in
dying.
a release and they die anyway.
Oh.
And they wash up on
Um,
shore.
And then a lot of it's also marine debris and like human impact from like longline fishing. Sharks will get caught up in those.
I
and
did feel
then-
pretty sad today when I saw that picture of the turtle caught in the net.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, the thing's trying to get down and away, and he's caught in a net.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw there's several sharks with broken jaws and several sharks with hooks hanging out from underneath them.
From
Oh.
today,
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I saw markings on and
Well, marking
and
is
chunks out of them.
They
a
do
little
that
bit.
when they mate.
Yeah.
They bite each other
they
when they
bite
mate.
their fins when they mate, but
Yeah.
like there is one. I've seen this guy for a while. He has a lot of slices from like a boat or
Oh.
something.
I saw one with not a lot of slices. It had one slice, kind of. I was
Yeah.
really looking at them closely, and it was like and some of them have like, do they have like holes in them at all, or peck marks or whatever,
They
like
could have little bite
Yes.
marks.
almost like
from-
a hole.
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
really know
like,
where they're
like
from.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
It
like
could be like for mating.
I don't
Mating,
know.
fishing,
Well,
either
that's a
remoras,
little hole.
but
Because they bite each other when they mate. Learn that on Shark Week.
Oh, maybe,
Mhm.
yeah. That'd be cool. But anyway,
But-
today was one, educational to me. Two, made me very proud
Well,
of what we
hold
did
on.
to do.
She's not done yet because there's a lot of beauty products that got
Yeah.
sharks in them.
A lot of what?
Beauty products.
Oh, you want to talk about that? Go
yeah,
ahead.
because like I literally when I left, I was like, I should check what's in mine. I don't know
Yeah.
what's in my lotion.
Right.
yeah. So they put squalene, which is shark liver oil. They're searching as squalane, which is like with an A, but
Not an E.
squalene with an E.
It's not. It's a shark,
Um,
and don't use
They
it.
kill deep water sharks for that. And it's their liver oil, and it's also just not good for your. It's used as like a moisturizing agent, but doesn't really work.
You don't need that.
You don't need
yeah.
it. There's a lot of better, and then also they put a lot of shark meat in dog food.
Yeah, that I
So
thought
it's
was
like
weird.
flake fish, rock fish, I think salmon fish.
If it says that.
There's a lot or whitefish. All that is shark
It's
meat.
actually
It's basically a
meat.
shark. Wow.
And also like in
said it was a lot
London,
of-
and they do like fish and chips. They'll do like white fish, and it's shark meat.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh my god, I wonder if I've
Oh
ever
my
eaten
God.
shark meat and I didn't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's gross.
So check your. It's a lot of wet dog foods. Check your dog foods.
yeah. And then
Your own.
Well, we use wet
Well,
blue
you-
some.
We
you can check.
we get
Nora's
chicken.
food.
Nor eats chicken.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we need sharks in the water.
I mean, it makes sense.
Bottom
As
line
an
is we
ecosystem,
need
we do need sharks. I
sharks
mean, you
in the
can't. If
water.
you take out something, it's not going to run the same. So
And I wish you were able
it's
to
a
see
fact
a
of
tiger
life.
shark, but tiger sharks have like the worst rep. They're known as like trash cans of the sea because they eat kind of anything. But
Do they really eat anything?
yeah, sort of. But they
In the ocean, that is.
Yeah. But they're actually super calm, peaceful. They don't really want anything to do with you. They're more shy, but they get really bad reps, and everyone wants to like go and kill them all. But they're like these big. They just want to check you out. They don't want anything to do with
Pretty
you.
wild. We didn't see any today, but I thought I saw one way below, but I guess not. Trust me, these guys, between Gina and Skyler, they would have pointed them out big time.
You
I would
know
say
if you'd
yes.
see a tiger shark. They
Uh,
have
I think
these,
you would know. Yeah.
They come up from the deep and they have this giant boxy frown, and you just see this white boxy frown coming up.
And you're like, whoa, here
Weird.
comes
Or
one.
you'll be in this. You'll look in the water and you see this big like before you can see it, you just see this big like gray kind of silhouette, and you're like, that's huge.
Oh, it's huge.
I'm sure. I would have definitely known. I thought the other ones were big. If I saw that, I was like, oh
Shit your
my God.
pants,
It's like the length
literally.
of the boat, you know?
Right.
Crazy.
Nikki is 18 feet, and she's she's
That's huge.
about half the length of the boat.
Is that the one I've seen pictures of you with?
I have one picture with Nikki. Nikki's the one on Ocean. Ocean posts a lot about Nikki.
Yeah.
Ocean's known Nikki for like 20 years.
That's amazing.
That's
She's
crazy.
been diving with Nikki for like 20 years.
That is, and she has specific marks and stuff that you know it's her.
Yeah, she kind of has like a little pouty lip.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I've seen pictures of that. Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Roxy.
The
Roxy
one with the crooked jaw.
has a broken jaw, and she hasn't been here. She hasn't been back in 2 years. So I don't know. But
Oh.
she's had a lot of. She's got an entangled, broken
Oh.
jaw.
Maybe she was having a
She
baby.
has like, yeah, I mean, hopefully, everyone still wants Roxy to come back, but
Yeah, maybe she went away to have a baby.
yeah.
Okay, real
Nikki
excited.
just had a baby.
Oh.
Actually. Well, they think again. They can't tell if they
Right.
actually had a baby, but one day Nikki was absolutely massive, and then she came back. And she was just like her
Thinner,
stomach's
if you
all
will.
sunk. No, like really skinny.
Oh, she
sunken
probably had a
in.
baby then.
But everyone says she'd had a baby, but you can't say she had a baby.
The babies don't
'cause-
stay with the parents.
Right.
No. So the sharks, they're not mammals.
Right.
They lay eggs.
So they don't like.
But they have like big sharks. Sharks do different things. Like little sharks will lay they have egg casings, but like bigger sharks, they have all the eggs in their stomach and then they'll birth the eggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they have like
sort
a
of.
not like a uterus, but like just like a holding chamber.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
Well-
the sharks will stay close to shore until they're young because
They'll
they
feed.
don't have they don't have their jaw, they're cartilaginous, whatever it's called, but their jaws don't form, like hard jaws don't form until they're like
So
I
they
think 2 years
Kind of
old.
eat soft food like a baby.
Yeah. I
Pretty
think
much.
until they're 2. I
They're
think it's
kind of like
2.
humans.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we have learned
You'll
a
see
lot
them.
about
People
sharks
catch
today.
the little baby
Aw.
hammerheads, and they're really cute, but it's really sad.
Right.
That
There was a
is.
baby tiger shark found on the beach a couple weeks
Aw.
ago.
Oh no way, really?
It was really sad. It was
Oh.
cute. I mean,
Well, we've learned a lot about sharks today, and that brings us to last call. Dear, this is really easy. Who are we cheersing today?
Well, we're gonna cheers to Sky. Congrats on moving to Oahu and having a successful, fun life.
We're gonna cheers Ocean One.
Yep, we were
Ocean
gonna
One
cheers.
diving.
Yep, but
Why is this so funny?
why do you do it? It's one ocean diving.
Oh, One Ocean diving.
every time you
Thank
say
you
it
very
wrong
much.
or
I know.
different.
Sorry.
Thank you, Ocean Ramsey,
Yep.
for
Awesome.
taking on Sky.
It was awesome. Yep. Thanks for watching out for my baby girl. That's what I wanted to say when I saw Ocean. I was going to say thank you. Thank you for giving her a job and giving her this opportunity because the people need people like Skyler on the world.
Okay.
And Ocean knows that.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
All right, dear. Well, you can subscribe or follow us on wherever you get your podcasts or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you.
Love you, Sky.
Love you.